vidéo, un nouveau vidéo, s'il vous plaît. Hold on, people. We must check if she has done it. Sometimes she needs... Ah, voilà, she's already done it. Match. Oh, extraordinaire, extraordinaire, extraordinaire. So, welcome to the third part of the Fall Tune-Up Show, la troisième partie. And we're going to have Mr. Ronnie Moss from the Spinners in about 10 minutes. And this is a new one we've received this week. His name is Winfrey. And the song is called Bonnie and Clyde.
I'll call you Bonnie. You could call me Clyde. I'll call you Bonnie. You could call me Clyde.
Baby, yeah. When we are together, we get crazy. Yeah. Honey, yeah. Always down for whatever, we're crazy. Yeah. Baby, no one else could possibly replace you. No, honey, you're my smoke, my drink, I love, I hate you. Yes, I do. Just like Bonnie and Clyde, you and me. Oh, rolling, yes we're rolling. Just like Bonnie and Clyde, you and me. Oh, yeah, rolling.
Cinnamon, let's ride or die, just like B on the run. The part 3 with the windows down, hollering me and my. As you push on the gas and I'm grabbing your we let the wind blow, I'm sipping Tito's. We getting high as off this endo. It's the perfect love, just to be exact. Little ratchet, sure I got his back. If you want it with him, then I'm about that Can't fight a man, but I can load a clip. Whatever he say, that's what she say. We going back like Biggie came out with you say. So what the problem is, do you really want it? A real down ass, yo ain't shit funny. He gon' ride cause I got that shit on double I. So all you skink, ain't number I. Winfrey, you a fool with us? Yeah, yeah. Bonnie and Clyde, part 3. Let's go.
Just like Bonnie and Clyde. Just like Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, yeah. Roll it, yeah.
I'm gonna pull up now. I got the baddest chick in my ride. Oh, could ever take your place, oh. I like that fast smoke. She got that fast smoke. So fire, it's so fire. And she can get crazy when she want. She want when I want. She don't mind, no. She don't mind, no. Man, I wouldn't trade her for the world. For the world, I would get locked up for her.
Just like Bonnie and Clyde, you and me, yeah.
You and me, baby. Right.
Just like Bonnie and Clyde, you and me.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Just like Bonnie and Clyde, you and me.
What you gonna do, baby? Oh,
Just like Bonnie and Clyde, you and me.
Sex a little yellow, down for whatever. Pulling out the chalk, who gonna stop? She say put my name on it, so I'm gonna do it. She say put my name on it, so I'm gonna do it.
I need a girl from the block,
Yeah,
around the clock.
around the
I
clock.
need a ride or that.
Ooh,
Baby, you're so fly.
so fine.
I need a girl from around the way.
Oh, baby,
Every day.
every day.
You wanna ride? Do you wanna ride with me?
With me.
Bonnie and Clyde, you and me. Oh,
everybody, this is Fatima, listening to the Tune Up Show all the way from Bournemouth, UK. I just love the music. It's the best weekend show and I love it. It's amazing. C'est formidable. J'adore, j'adore, j'adore.
Marge said we're keeping this one also. What a knocker. After all these years being absent, Mai Tai from the Netherlands. And it features Charlie J. Bring back to the music. They'll be my special guest next weekend. Mai Tai. Okay, people. I see that everybody's on a good mood. C'est très bien. Whittington Still, bonjour, chère demoiselle. Comment allez-vous? Talking about Liliane Charpentier, wants to be a fashion model, just to let you know that Elusive gave 1,000 on 10. Castella gave it a 10 on 10, and Randy Williams was not sure. I don't know what he wasn't sure about. So, Randy, if you need to have a question answered, you could message me and I'll explain. But he was not sure. I don't know. Okay, so I'm really, really, really happy. Well, I'm always happy, but today I'm really, really, really happy because, of course, the Spinners were just around the block. Yep, for all these years, they were just around the block. They were just there, just waiting to see. Ha ha! We're back. Well, they did it. A new album, which is exactly called Around the Block and Back Again. And I can tell you, you can buy this like right now. You don't even listen to it. Fabulous. This is pure spinners, pure spinners. And I'm very grateful to the people involved who got this interview, this permission for me to interview Ronnie Moss from the Spinners. Now, just one thing, because of the time zone, because they're in Los Angeles, and it would have been really too early with all their agenda and schedule because they're touring and giving a lot of concerts right now. So the interview was pre-taped. We did it actually Wednesday this morning. So here we go with the Spinners.
Girls are made people to hug and to kiss. That's what girls are made. To love and to miss. That's what girls are made for. You gotta hug 'em, then you kiss 'em. You gotta love 'em, then you miss them. Whoa. Girls are made for to hold and to squeeze. That's what girls are made for. To scold and to please. That's what girls yes, I said you gotta hold 'em, then you squeeze 'em. If you scold 'em, you gotta please. Girls are made for. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Some can be true, yes, and then again they'll make you doubt 'em. Whoa, but ask me, and I'm here to tell you that you just can't live without 'em. What girls are made for. To walk and hold hands with. You gotta make all of your plans with. To walk with. And hold hands with, to make all of your plans with. Wow, yeah. That's what girls are made for. I said you gotta hug 'em. Sometimes you gotta kiss 'em too. Yes, you know you gotta love 'em with all your might. Ooh, and I'm here to tell you, I know you're gonna miss them. That's what girls are made to.
I mean, what can I say? I mean, we have to do like Will Downing says, we're going to do a wind down. We're going to do a wind down really far away because I think probably many of you do not know this song. Personally, I was 6 years old, so my senses for R&B and soul were not fully developed at that age. So, but that was 1961, and that was the first single that this legendary band, the Spinners, have put out, released from Detroit, Michigan. And I'm so pleased today. It's been a long process, but I really have to thank all the people involved in getting this interview together. But in view of the new release by the Spinners, just around the block, I said, I've got to have somebody from the Spinners on my show. So, abracadabra, I have on the phone Ronnie Moss from the Spinners. Good afternoon, Ronnie.
Hello. How's everything going?
Everything is just fine, sir. Thank you very much for
Good.
asking. And thank you very much for accepting to do, to take some of your time to be a guest on my show.
My pleasure.
A lot of my show is broadcasted out of Montreal on T-Rex Radio Global, but it's also broadcasted in Detroit on One Media World Radio, also in Philadelphia, France, and the UK. So we have a big follower from Detroit. So I'm sure they're going to be over ecstatic about what's going on right now.
Great.
Well, so looking at the Spinners right now, so am I mistaken? The founding member was Mr. Henry Fambrough, right?
Yes.
And is he
Yep.
is he still like touring with the Spinners or not at this point?
Oh yes, he's touring. He stands and dances right next to me.
That's incredible.
He's still there.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Of course, Spinners. The Spinners from the new albums are, as far as I'm concerned, the Spinners that we've all known for the last 60 years. But there's a different lineup. There's, of course, Mr. Fambrough. There's yourself, Ronnie Moss. I believe there's Jesse Beck, Marvin Taylor, C.J. Jefferson. And I think during your live performances, the orchestra is led by Keith Ferguson. Am I correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yes, he's the MD.
Okay. And, something just so precious to us DJs on soul and R&B radio stations is that the Spinners are there on most of our shows. It's like every time we put down our playlist for our show, there has to be a Spinners. It's almost like they're hiding somewhere just to come out, you know? And I thought, well, first of all, when I learned that the Spinners were just releasing a new album, personally, I was just ecstatic. But I just thought that the title of the new album that you gave just represents exactly what everybody felt, is that you were just around the block there and you were going to come out at one point. We didn't know when, but, it was going to happen. And it's finally happened. And what an album this is. I mean, really, congratulations to everybody. This album is like Spinners 100%. It's like, what came out? How did you or whomever decide, okay, it's time, guys, that we get together and we release a new album?
Well, it was something in the works for some years, and we were doing a lot of live performances across the country, back and forth. We were doing so much, and it was kind of hard to really concentrate on doing the album because, we were doing countless shows. We were doing like 50, 60 something shows a year, so. It was very hard, and so we finally, and it's, we talk about the pandemic and how the pandemic crippled a lot of people, and it crippled the industry real bad.
Oh,
so what we decided to do was get together, and we kind of secretly got together and did this album. We finished it, and that's how that came about.
When did the ideas start to bubble? Like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, last year?
We got a little bit more serious about it about 3 years ago. we kind of said, okay, we're going to put our foot down, and we're going to actually do this album. And we were able to connect with producer Preston Glass, and Preston, he created all the songs except for two, and he used his camp, and we put our ideas together, and that's how we came up with it.
So Preston was the one that wrote the songs, except two of them. Is that correct?
Right. Yes,
Okay.
he was.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And how, these days when I interview artists and musicians, the answer I get is that where was the album recorded? Well, I'd say 95% of the time, the drummer was in London, the guitarist was in Paris, the trumpet was in Sydney, and somehow the magic just worked and everything came out terrific. And so was this how it was done, or did you go the old school and everybody was in the studio and no, this is the way we're doing it?
No. No, we didn't. We were in one location, and they were in another location, and we ended up recording the album. We ended up recording the vocals in Detroit, and
Hey, Detroit!
And that's how.
Detroit people, you heard that? I'm sorry, Ronnie.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I said we recorded the vocals in Detroit.
In a particular studio? I'm sure I'm going to get the question.
Yeah, in the studio. We used the studio in Detroit, and we sure did. And then he used his studio in the LA area.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we put everything together that way, and which was so cool. Because our first choice was to do everything in LA, and with pandemic being in effect, we couldn't quite do that. We couldn't quite travel, but we were determined to finish this album, and so we did the vocals. He sent over the tracks, and we did the vocals in Detroit, and then he put it together.
Of course, the Spinners are a monument in soul and R&B music. I mean, 26 albums, and we're talking about 116 singles, 37 compilations, and I'd say about 90% of the people in the 50s, 60s, and 70s all know the songs by heart. And it's like, it's a shame, and it's just like we can sing it with you. We know it by heart. And so how does it feel when you recorded this new album? And of course, when you're touring and giving shows, I imagine that you do sing songs, classics like The Rubber Band Man and It's a Shame and stuff like that. How does it feel to be part of this monument in music?
It is, words can't describe how I feel, because this is a dream for me since I was a kid, to be involved in on this level, and just be. And then on top of that, I know several acts and groups and different things like that, but this one worked out the best for me because it was just perfect for me and how I feel about the industry. I always loved the Spinners.
Is Mr. Farnborough tough with you guys?
I'll say that again.
Is Mr. Farnborough tough with you guys? Like, does he say, okay, no, this doesn't work, let's do it again?
Oh, so you said something about Henry. What did you say about him again?
I said a founding member, Mr. Henry Farnborough, right? Who's still touring with you guys. Is he a tough man? Like, does he have this Spinners sound in his mind, and if it doesn't work for him, he says, "No, that doesn't work. Let's start it again."
Yes. Henry is straightforward about the way things should be, and he always, he had a firm voice. So Henry's a very fun, loving person,
Mm-hmm.
but he always meant business, and us just being under his wing is almost. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. Going through this, it wasn't easy because the Spinners, we do things a little different from a lot of groups, and just working under him and the harmonies that came from the Spinners. We had to keep that same flavor. Because that's what people is used to hearing is that harmony, that different harmony, and then the routines, the steps, and things like that. He's definitely he mean business on that stuff.
Okay, Ronnie, I'm just going to translate this into French because we're in Montreal, Canada, and about 80% of the people are francophone, even though we understand English, but some of them don't. And my show is listened to also in France and Belgium and some francophone African countries. So just give me like 2 minutes. I'm going to try to resume this, okay?
Oh, no problem.
Alors, écoutez, les amis, j'ai avec moi Ronnie Moss, qui fait partie maintenant des Spinners, bien évidemment. Ce groupe légendaire qui est avec nous depuis 61 ans. 61 ans, c'est quelque chose. Et puis, ce qu'on vient d'entendre, d'ailleurs, c'était 1900... je ne sais pas si je me trompe, 1961, je pense. Oui, c'est ça. C'est le premier simple des Spinners. That's what girls are made for. 61 ans. C'est incroyable. Et puis, Ronnie, qui est en ligne en ce moment, je lui disais comment nous, les animateurs de stations Soul et R&B, quand on prépare notre émission, il y a toujours une chanson des Spinners. C'est inévitable, comme s'ils se cachaient en quelque part, puis c'était incontournable qu'on les ajoute. Et puis, c'est justement le titre du nouvel album qui est sorti, Now Round the Block and Back Again. Et ça exprime beaucoup ce que nous, les animateurs de la radio, et probablement les auditeurs aussi, s'attendaient, c'est-à-dire qu'on attendait que les Spinners nous fassent un petit coucou et puis qu'ils viennent avec quelque chose de nouveau, et c'est fait. Nouvel album qui s'appelle exactement ça, Now Around the Block and Back Again, 13 chansons extraordinaires. Ronnie, looking at your website, the Spinners are really traveling and giving shows left, right, and center.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of shows, definitely.
Gee whiz, I'm just looking like for the upcoming weeks in October 15th, Bethesda, and then New Jersey, Honolulu, Seattle, Washington, California. Let's see, there's some more, Florida. How do you guys travel? Well, we're going to put Hawaii on the side. Obviously, it's by plane. But how do you go? Do you go by? You have a private bus, or you fly to these places? How does it work?
98% of the time we fly.
Okay.
We fly, and there are some instances where there might be a show coming up the next day, or the next, and it may be within 3 or 4 hours away. We'll get on a bus. We'll get on a real nice bus, and then we'll just travel to those locations and fly home. But about 98% of the time, we fly.
Okay. That must be tiresome for Mr. Farnborough, because he's what, I think 82, 83?
83.
Gee, he must have he must have a very good health and a lot of stamina.
Yeah, definitely. He has to keep himself up. That's for sure.
Cool.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, Ronnie, so new album, of course, by the Spinners, which everybody is so happy about it. And I have to give you I'm going to make a confidence here. I didn't wait for the record company to send it. I bought it. That's how I was so anxious to listen to it. And it is a gem. It is a gem. It's just beautiful. It's just terrific. It's like 13 songs produced by Preston Glass. And now Around the Block and Back Again. Spinners, of course, on the web, thespinners.com. And I guess most of you are also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all these different social media platforms.
Yes. We're on all of them. We're on Facebook. We have a page called this is the Spinners, and we have a page. We're on Instagram, the Spinners. So it's everywhere.
Cool. And I explored your website. By the way, people listening, if you can go on thespinners.com and you'll see all the dates. And what's really neat is that if you're in the area where the Spinners are giving a show, you can buy your ticket right there on their website. So it's just terrific.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. You can even put your... I'm sorry?
No, go ahead.
No, I said you can even go down to the end and put your information in, and they will send you updated information that needs to be... anything that's updated, anything new, they'll send it to you.
Terrific. Any plans for a vinyl for this new album, Ronnie?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Any plans for a vinyl or just digital at this point?
I don't know. That's a good question. I would love to have some vinyl. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they're talking about it.
Well, I'll tell you, this is just the type of album that you want to play, you want to put on a nice turntable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It fits with the band, it fits with everything.
Yep, exactly.
Well, Ronnie Mast, thank you very much for taking some time out of your agenda to talk to us on our show. So the new album is now available everywhere on digital platforms. And I think some of the songs are also on YouTube for people who would like perhaps to view it. But
yeah, you can. Yep, you can go on there and listen to them as well.
Yeah, but the best deal is to buy it, because
that's right.
If you don't buy the albums, well, artists do not get much money, and we want these legendary bands to keep on going. So buy it. I did it, even though yeah. So Ronnie, well, thank you very much. Say a nice hello to everybody. Mr. Funbro, and the last word is yours. Anything you want to say to our listeners who are just from all over the world?
Well, listen, we are definitely traveling all over the place, and we're still doing the old classics because everybody loved those classics. And we're starting to do one or two of the new songs in the show as well. But this album, I would love for everybody to get the album, especially the hard copy, because it's history. It's been almost 40 years since the Spinners released anything.
Yep.
Anything. And so this album with Henry on it is definitely a history item that you want to have in your collection.
Ronnie Mast, thank you very, very much. Have yourself a great day. Say hello to everybody in the Spinners. And I hope that, we're in Montreal, and of course we've got our International Montreal Jazz Festival, which is renowned throughout the world, which has been canceled for the last 2 years because you know why. And there's also the Ottawa Jazz Festival, there's a Toronto Jazz Festival, and there's the Vancouver Jazz Festival in Canada. And of course, and since the show is listened to in London, London is a big, has a lot of R&B soul fans out there. So, well, we certainly hope that we get a chance to see the Spinners somewhere on the globe.
That's right.
In the upcoming year.
Okay, just keep a lookout because we're steady getting bookings every month. So you may see something like that on there.
Terrific. Ronnie Smith, Ronnie, thank you very, very much. If you just want to hold on a moment.
Thank you.
Just
Don't make this love a cliche. Don't give your love for only what you can get, 'cause that would be a cliche. I want something deeper. Let's be in through thick and through thin. Don't make this love a cliche. And overuse the fan with the same outcome. Oh girl, let's chart our own way. Let's do something sweeter. Sugar, that's where I'm coming from.
We've got something special. Doesn't come along every day. We can't treat it casual. Baby, let's invest all the way. We've moved around and we've weathered the high. So let's go beyond the norm. Outlast the stereotype.
Don't make this love a cliche. Oh no, don't give your love for only what you can get, 'cause that may be a cliche. I want something deeper. Let's be in through thick and through thin. Don't make this love a cliche. And overuse the fan with the same outcome. Oh girl, let's chart our own way. Let's do something sweeter. Sugar, that's where I'm coming from. Well.
Many lovers just settle, set their course on the easy way. Recognize this is different. Ain't a hand that we used to play. Play it close to your chest with your best poker face. Oh. Keep this love to ourselves and not all over the place, baby. Hey,
Make this love a cliche. Yeah. Don't give your love for only what you can get, 'cause that would be a cliche. I want something deeper. Let's be in through thick and through thin.
and don't make this love a cliche.
And overuse the fan with the same outcome. Oh girl, let's chart our own way. Let's do something sweeter. Sugar, that's where I'm coming from.
Don't make this love a cliche.
Don't give your love for only what you can get.
What you can get.
That may be a cliche. I want something deeper. Let's be thick and thin.
Don't make this love a cliche.
And overuse the fair with the same outcome. Oh girl, let's chart our own way. Sugar, that's where I'm coming
That's where I'm
from.
coming
Don't make this love a cliche.
Ronnie Moss from the Spinners. Thank you so much for this wonderful interview. So many comments. As I mentioned before, the interview had been pre-taped on Wednesday because of the time zone difference. So I know there's a lot of comments, but I couldn't really interact with Ronnie. But I'm just going to read a few of them. Castellum had written, I had never heard that one, the first song that I played That's what girls are made from. 1961 on Tri-Fi Records. Al Lindsay had written, I know Jesse well. Tell him Al Lindsay says hello. Well, I know that he's on Facebook right now, so he must certainly has read your comment. So you know what I'm going to do? We're going to dedicate the rest of the show to the Spinners. Now, okay, for people on Facebook, I could get chopped. Okay, I won't tell you why, but I could get chopped. So if that happens, go to the radio. Simple as that. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to spin our ways till 11 this morning at the Red on T-Rex Radio at 11. For the other stations, go to your website. And I'm just going to read some of the more comments as we go along. So this, the one that I just played is Cliché from the new album. And this is Vivid Memories, also from the new Spinners album.
Soft and sweet, places we used to meet, our limbs tangled in the sheets, drenched in love showers, walks in our favorite park, sunsets fading till dark, oh, each touch igniting sparks, hey, where did love go? Where did love go? Oh, vivid memories, always haunting me. Vivid memories, I can't let you go. Let you go. No, no, no. Vivid memories, all I do and see keeps reminding me. I can't let you go. Let you go. No. When I was there with you, sings love was sweet and true. Then tender love was what we knew from way back when. Images that takes me higher, filling me with strong desire. Now got me burning with love's fire, too hot to put out. Vivid memories, always haunting me. Vivid memories, I can't let you go. Let you go. No, no, no. Vivid memories, all I do and see keeps reminding me I can't let you go. Let you go. Ooh, no. Everything that I do
block, new album Spinners. This is Vivid Memories from that album. Reading some more comments during the interview. David Hartfield in California recently enjoyed the Spinners at Yoshi's in Oakland. An awesome show. Mogsy in London, good afternoon, Mogsy. What else here? Just a moment. Mogsy writes, Legends, Castella, classic group, Preston Glass. I know it's a hot album. And I'll be reading some more. Now, what was happening in 1971? And as I said, if you're on Facebook, we might get chopped. So if that happens, go to the radio. Classic Spinners. David Hartfield wrote Spinners. They gave a show that everyone sang right along all the way. I certainly can believe that. That's what I'm doing. Okay, some more. Now, we're going to move up to 1979. Motown Records.
It's a shame the way you hurt me.
bet you we're all singing along. It's a shame. The Spinners, Casella Classic Sounds, she writes, feels good. And she would love to do a song with horns. Well, I suggest you get in touch with the NW Horns, Castella. Okay, Atlantic, 1972.
Since I met you, I've begun to feel so strange. Every time I speak your name, that's funny. You say that you are so helpless too, that you don't know what to do. Each night I pray there will never come a day when you up and take your love away. Say you feel the same way too, and I wonder what it is I feel for you. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, baby? Could it be I'm falling in love? Could it be I'm falling in love with you? With you, with you. I don't need all those things that used to bring me joy. You made me such a happy boy. And honey, you'll always be the only one for me. Meeting you was my destiny. You can be sure I will never let you down. When you need me, I'll be around. And darling, you'll always be the only one for me. Heaven made you specially. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, baby? Could it be I'm falling in love? Could it be I'm falling in love with you, with you, with you? And darling, you'll always be the only one for me. Heaven made you specially. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, baby? Could it be I'm falling in love? I wanna know now, baby. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, with you, with you? I'm walking around, my heart in my hands. Hey, I'm always feeling loneliness and baby, I used to sing bye, 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 but right now I feel so good. Say la, 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 la. Won't you give me up? Won't let me down. Just let this feeling carry on.
Total classics, eh? Well, that's it, folks, today. That was not planned, but I'm sure you've enjoyed this little 30 minutes of Spinners music. Thank you so much again, Ronnie Moss from the Four Seasons, from the Spinners for that lovely interview. T-Rex Radio Global, Ed the Red is after me for all the other stations. Surrey Hill Soul Train in London, Mix Machine in France, Philly Funk in Philadelphia, and One Media and World Radio. Please go to their website to see who's on next. Thank you so much. I think it was a lot of fun. And we'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. with my special guest, Terry Green and Lenny Harris from the N.W. Ho Horns. A last one.
Now it's up to me.